All right, last but not least, how to solve rational equations that result in quadratic equations. Okay, so just like we did on that previous note sheet, if you just have fraction equals a fraction, cross multiplying is going to be the easiest way to go, I would argue. So I'm going to do that. I'm just going to cross multiply here. So we'll get x times x minus 2 equals 2x times x plus 5, right? And then we're going to distribute on both sides. So we'll get x squared minus 2x on that side, 2x squared plus 10x on this side. Now this is a quadratic, and the technique here with quadratics, generally speaking, or I should say whenever there's a linear term, always get all the terms to one side. So I think to keep this positive, I'm going to take away x squared and add 2x like this. So those go away, get 0 equals, this is going to be 1x squared or just x squared. And then we have 12x. Now there's different ways you could solve this. You could use a quadratic formula. You would use c as 0 if you did that. I'm going to factor this though, because it's not hard to factor this. There's a common term for both these, right? X times x is x squared, x times 12 is 12x. Now there's two, this is kind of the deal where you have to think about, okay, I got two things being multiplied. One of those two things has to be 0 in order, if they're being multiplied, right? So if they equal 0 when you multiply. So either x is 0, that's one answer here. If this is 0, right, that would zero out the whole thing. The other answer would be negative 12, because if you put in negative 12 here, negative 12 plus 12 is 0 times negative 12 would just make the whole thing 0, and that would make the equation true. Okay, and then you do want to check for extraneous solutions. We're good here because if you put, I mean, if you think about it, basically, here's one way to check for extraneous solutions. You can just think about what x can't equal. It can't be negative 5, and it can't be positive 2. Because if this were 2, this would be 0. You can't divide by 0. If this were negative 5 plus 5 is 0. Can't work. Okay, but no, I didn't get either of those, so I'm good. Those are my two answers. I should write them more officially here as, usually you always put these in order, least to greatest. Okay, there's that one. Let's do another one. All right, this one, cross multiplying would also be the easiest way to go. All right. I think I'm going to do actually this one first. All right, so we're going to do, and I think what I'll do is I'll just, the other two, I'll just kind of, I don't know that I'll show the full thing, but I'll at least have the work up here or with my sub so that they can show you the answer. Just don't want to make these videos too long here. Okay, so let me do this one. We got to get the LCD here. Ew, well, we have 1 and then x plus 1 and x minus 5. Well, the LCD, unfortunately, we need this in there. We need x plus 1, and we're going to need x minus 5 in there, and then you don't really need the 1 in there. Okay, I didn't really even need to write that, I suppose. But yeah, so we're going to multiply this side then by x plus 1 times x minus 5. Kind of yucky, but that's what we got to do, okay? And then we have to multiply this side by the same thing, and good luck squeezing that in here. So, yeah, I'm just going to go like this. X plus 1, so times, I'll put times there. Okay. So what I will end up with then, I'm going to have 3 times this stuff. And again, you could take a shortcut here, but let's just go ahead and write it all out. Don't do any foiling yet, because you're going to get some cancellation that can happen here. Yeah, hopefully you left some room in your notebook. If you need to continue this on another page, I would totally understand. All right, and then this one is going to be 2 times x plus 1 times x minus 5 over x minus 5. Okay, now we can do some canceling, okay? Boom, 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 boom. Okay, that's going to make things a little simpler here. I think just to save a little room, I'm going to go ahead and in this next step, I do have to do some foiling here. I think that's the only foil I have to do. So, or area method, however you want to do that, okay? It's going to happen once in a while here. Okay, so I'm going to I still need the 3 out front. Haven't taken care of that yet. And then I have x squared. These combine, this is like 1x and 5x, that's negative 4x. And then we have negative 5, like so. Okay. And then here, I'll go ahead and write these out. If you feel comfortable, you could like distribute there, but I'll go ahead and write out another step. Okay. And now I have a bunch of distributing to do. So this distributes to all those. Don't forget, actually be careful. Yeah. You might want to write it out like this first. I would have made a mistake if I had distributed that at that point, because it is really negative 5 times both of these. Okay, so we get 3x squared minus 12x minus 15, and then minus 5x plus 25, and then 2 times x is 2x, 2 times 1 is 2. Okay, it's going to get shorter soon here. It's going to, the expression's going to get shorter, because now we can combine like terms. Okay, 3x squared, that can't combine with anything. Negative 12x and negative 5x, that's negative 17x. Negative 15 and 25, that gives us 10. This is probably one of the, as long as it gets here, this version of these problems, okay? And then we're going to get everything to one side because it's a quadratic. So we're going to take away 2x, take away 2. Take away 2x, take away 2, line them up there. I'm running out of room, so you might need to go to another page or something. Let me go, I'm just going to go over here. So these are going to cancel out, so I'll have 0 on the right-hand side. And then I have 3x squared. Negative 17x minus 2x is negative 19x. And then 10 minus 2 is 8, positive 8. Okay, now I can, unfortunately I can't divide by 3 or anything like that. So this is where, if you wanted to, one thing I didn't go over here was you could also complete the square. If you liked that one, that's fine. I generally don't do that one, but you could complete the square. I'm going to just use the quadratic formula here. So negative b, so that's going to be positive 19, plus or minus square root of b squared, negative 19 squared, minus 4 times a, which is 3, times c, which is 8, all over 2 times a, which is 3. Simplifying the inside of the square root, don't forget to, very common error, make sure you put that negative 19, here I'll clear the rest of that stuff, negative 19 in parentheses when you square it, otherwise you will get the wrong answer. Okay, so we get 265 in here. I don't think that 265 has a perfect square that goes into it. Yeah, it's 5 times 53 is what it breaks down to. So, and 53 is a prime number. So this is it. X equals either 19 plus square root of 265 over 6 or 19 minus square root of 265 over 6. Now, oh yeah, and I guess, I don't know if I did this. Oh, yeah, no I did. looking back at our original equation, you do have to check for extraneous solutions. The only thing x can't equal is -1, or it can't equal 5. And this definitely is neither of those numbers. So there are no extraneous solutions here. All right, so that's that. So I'll just, I think what I'm going to do is just have my sub show my key for these other two here. I don't think, so you could work on those, try those, and then you could check your answer with the key that my sub shows. All right.